welcome to to our next session. This is the digital track dimension 2, and I'm gonna start. So please, if you can enter, please, because we are a little bit in a hurry. At 6 p.m. we have to 6:05 maybe. We have to leave the room because there is a small referendum in the medical college, so everybody will have to vote here at 7, and they have to prepare. So we have to really be very tight in that sense. So we'll have a track of digital track of dimension 2 with my 4 different speakers and also myself with a brief introduction. And after that, we'll have at least between 1 and 3 speakers explaining their nice projects also. So we have with us Professor Ariel Beniz of the Department of Digital Medical Technologies of Holon Institute of Technology from Israel. We appreciate a lot his engagement given the circumstances, and if during his presentation he must leave because of any situation, so of course we will wait for him after he can come back. Dr. Maria João Feio is with us here on our left side. She's from the Marine and Environmental Science Center of the University of Coimbra. Later we'll explain you more who you are very quickly. We also have Professor Frederic Bartomeus Ferrer from the Theoretical and Computational Ecology Group from CSIC. And we have online also with us Marco Manca from Exim Pulse Foundation. So thank you very much. We are in times where the digital seems to be not anymore innovative, but in some places it is an innovation. And basically, we have here a big opportunity to melange, to mix One Health in all its extensions with digital. And we're going to try to convince you that it's a huge opportunity, and we can go and take advantage with our objective of that. So can you explain first, can you display the first presentation? Because I will be also presenting very quickly, 5 minutes, and then I will be moderator. So I will give more time to our colleagues. Can you pass the next presentation, the next slide? There is not it. Thank you. So we're talking about Digital One Health. Very quickly, Professor Ariel Beniz will really have a wonderful presentation of the framework of digital health. But just remember that this was just 3 days of meetings between family doctors and cardiologists some years ago to put some concept of digital health in order with these basic words, okay? And how important are the relationships between them. So if we add the digital health aspect to that one of planetary or One Health, I know it's a little bit slightly different, but what we wanted what we wanted to show here was how many concepts. So imagine all these concepts plus these concepts together. The important thing is the exponential, the potentiality, okay? So you can say, what has to do natural language processing with epigenetics? Well, there is a lot of engineering students that are using neuronal networks in the University of Polytechnic of Catalonia. Then these neuronal networks can be used by some biologists or genetics people that are working in CRG, okay, in the Center for Genetic Regulation, okay? So all these mixed possibilities are what makes that exponential. This is very important to understand. If we add all the things that have to do with One Health, you can see how exponential can be. I'm a family doctor, very engaged in digital tools for many, 15 years already. And we've been lucky to work in many projects of global health with the World Health Organization, with other countries. I lived during 12 years in Geneva. And basically all these projects implemented in many countries has given us a lot of experience in failures, basically, most of the times, but with a lot of optimism to really improve the implementations of these tools. No? For example, we are working now in a tool quickly, Skin NTD with WHO for neglected diseases. We are collecting photographies of lepra, borrelia, ulcera boluri, yawns, all these neglected leishmaniasis, all these kind of neglected diseases that sadly for us, or for good, there are not so many people that already know how to diagnose them. So all this collaborative work can be implemented for One Health concepts in some aspects. Also, because we've been working as entrepreneurs, and I'm here, as you saw yesterday, as an implementer, okay? From science to policies, from policies to implementation. A lot of healthcare entrepreneurs, we want to collaborate with you, with all your research knowledge, how we can transfer this research into real products. And this is very, very important to really leverage and give you more possibilities in the future also. So we have created a new spin-off called UDA, Universal Health Digital Access, to really create studies. Many of you maybe know RedCap, which is a technology to make clinical studies. So we have done it in a very user-friendly way with implementing interventions also. And basically, it's very easy, drag and down and putting all blocks together, creating generate automatic reports. And basically, we're doing a lot of interventions, cardiovascular risk interventions, we're evaluating. These days, we are reaching agreements with, for example, people who are doing forest therapy. So we are adding implementation of forest therapy in that sense. No? So in that sense, all these interventions have to do with health prevention versus reactive care. And it really reduces the greenhouse emission gases, for example, and all these things. No? As I was explaining before, all these things can be leveraged with digital interventions. Governments must buy them and proactively tackle healthcare system. We will reduce many things, a number of CO2 emissions, many other things, and costs. It's what is called value-based care, okay? Health prevention versus reactive care. Sadly, of all healthcare budget, only 2% of all the healthcare budget is for prevention. This is nonsense, okay? Very quick concepts, remote monitoring. What is important is real-world data. All these studies will be dynamic. Maybe one day, randomized control trials soon will disappear. Not from everywhere. Maybe for some oncological treatments, it's impossible, but from the rest, if you have real-world data, it means that you don't need a control group because you have a real-world data, okay? And this is what it will bring, all these dynamics, and your colleagues will explain on their platforms, all this dynamic data given by citizens sometimes is really what makes empowered. The hospital without walls. Here, Sanitas Hospital is delivering 10 digital processes, so people don't have to go home, to the hospital, reducing CO2 emissions. Tools that are drugs. There are some apps that are already drugs, so they have been evaluated as a drug. So it's called digital therapeutics, so you can see they have gone through randomized control trials or other things still, okay? Personal health records online, etc., etc. AI for global health, for One Health, platforms that really help people to work together around the world. And of course, it's almost your obligation from my point of view to play with these tools, to know exactly how they are helping you, to know in a script how can, you can ask the tool, how can I be a better field epidemiologist? How can I be a better One Health implementer? And they give you all these scripts of how then you can call the engineers of university next door, hey, can we do that together? If you don't do it, for me, it's a missing opportunity, okay? We need a lot of pathologies. They're not so, using all these tools will help to really deliver people. And of course, it's not us, it's Lancet that says that. Of course, all these relationships that already exist, and we have to deliver them in the concept, no? Very quickly, real-time genomics for One Health. Laura Urban, with these Minion tools, you can really sequence all these environmental things, or here, all these dust rooms in the hospitals, you can do that yourself, no? And you can really know exactly what is going on in all these things, no? Healthcare emissions, thanks 5.3 greenhouse emissions of total greenhouse emissions are due to healthcare system. It's time to change that. There are huge opportunities for you here also, etc., etc. Telemedicine already implemented is helping on that, etc., etc. I will not extend myself because I want to give times to my colleagues, but basically, it's insane that the most important thing to control that, which is the funding in research agriculture, no, it's not really well funded. Because at the end of the day, if we don't have good nutrition, all of that is blah, blah, blah. Okay? So thank you very much. And just to tell you something, and good news for you, before, the most innovative hospitals were considered the ones that has all these IT systems, complicated ones. Lately, in the most innovative hospitals, are appearing hospitals that have to do with, I have a hospital, most sustainable hospital in UK. It's appearing already in the classification. So that's good news for all of us. And thank you for being persistent. It's your time of One Health and digital. And with that, we go to our colleagues. And in that sense, I want to introduce Ariel, who will put some order of this chaos I have brought to you. Ariel is the head of the Department of Digital Medical Technologies at Holland Institute of Technology, and author of several papers, research work around the conceptualization of design and application of this One Digital Health framework, aimed at facilitating and improving collaboration among practitioners of One Health and digital health communities. Ariel, are you listening to us? Ariel?
Hello everyone. You can see my
Yes.
presentation?
Yes, thank you very much.
Okay, sorry, tell me.
Yes, yes, go ahead. Thank you very much, Ariel.
Okay, good. Thank you. So, hello everyone. It's an honor to be a part of this panel and to